Rock Bottom Coins is the #1 place to get your Madden 21 coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 10% off. Hey, GUTBOX here. So today I'm going to go over the New England Patriots offensive book, which I think is the best offense in Madden 21, and there's a lot of contenders for it, right? Gun Bunch, Gun Cluster, there's Oakland, there's the Ace Double Wing that I see, there's a lot of different things, but Trips tight end and the New England Patriots book has so many different things, so many different formations that are good that I think is the best. It's right there, Oakland's up there, but like I think this, like with what we're showing, I think you could beat any coverage. You just have to outthink your opponent. And like this isn't going to be like a one play, destroys everything. You're going to have to actually think. So it's not like the absolute like cheesiest, like bullshit, broken stuff. But we are going to show you how to beat every coverage here. And if you're smart, you can do it. Now, obviously, if you're not, it's a little different. So what I'd like to start, my base formation in guns, trips, tight end. I show you all the things that I run here. I run trips, tight end probably the most. Y off trips probably the second most. And then I run a little bit of split close. A slot offense I sprinkle in there too if I really want to. So it really depends on the opponent that I'm playing, but those are main three. Bunch is here, but I don't really go onto it outside of one play. I'll show you near the goal line, but that's definitely powerful. The rest of it, it's got some good stuff, right? Like people seem to like some of the spread formations. There's a couple good plays there. Doubles Y flex. It's got this PA deep outs that people seem to like a lot. Another one that's decent, that was better last year than it is this year. Is this under seams? I don't really see it. I can't really call it as much this year because it doesn't beat man coverage on the outside release route. But I definitely want to show off in that doubles. There's this play that like beats cover 4. So we'll get to the gun doubles in a little bit, but let's go through the base formation. Sorry, this can be in depth. If you subscribe to me on Twitch, I'll send you the written ebook. If you don't, well, you can use this video. But subscribe. I'll send out the email to your Twitch email here in a couple days. Otherwise, we'll have a way of getting it afterwards, which you can just ask in Twitch. I'm either going to make it on the Discord or I'm going to provide a link that sub-only can get to, which I think I'm going to do, the sub-only link. So, anyways, let's set that. The only one that I really set adjustments for is gun trips tight end because I'm in it the most, right? So my audibles, I'll have PA shot wheel. I'm going to switch my base to inside zone. I'm going to switch PA slot corner over to PA counter go. Now, let's go through each of the things that I run in this playbook. So, I need a guy that's over 90 deep route running on the outside. And the reason I'm in Chiefs is because Tyreek is there. Over 90 deep route running is an absolute necessary. You can get Tyreek in MUT right now. You can get Mark Clayton, power him up. You got to add go deep onto your players for both of them to get them to 90 deep route running. But I'll show you why PA shot wheel is my #1 play for the meta right now, which is man. Obviously, we'll show some stuff against zone though, but let's go cover 1 robber. I don't have two things hooked up, but basically what I do is this is all formulated around that 1Z route right there. I look at it on the field. I will basically throw a bunch of like what I call distraction routes underneath to keep the user low. Because if they go with purples over the top, which I'm not going to do, they go purples. So they go purples on the sideline. It's hard to attack the sideline. So like if you throw like a tight end on an out route, a corner route, the purple will be there. But luckily we could take advantage of them over the top then. So really I just do a bunch of like what I call distraction routes. I guess I could go like post pattern for the tight end here. And I do like to have my tight end apprentice on that. Like Jermichael Finley is great for tight end apprentice. Otherwise, you can go Dan Marino, who I'm currently using, but I'll probably go like the Lamar and put tight end apprentice on Finley. But really, that's what you need. And then you play to the sticks. Tyreek Hill, which is triangle, square, and then R1, which is the smart route, to make him break on that a little quicker. Now, there he is against Gilmore, who's a one-step ahead corner. And in order to make sure that's man coverage, I'll motion across. Yep, man coverage. He's coming with me. And then we'll take a look. Obviously, this is against the 1 deep, but look at this. One step ahead. More like one step behind. And now that's because Tyreek Hill's fast. One step ahead will obviously make this play a lot harder to do, but there you go. Toast man coverage with that, but you have to have 90 deep route running. If you don't, that play will not work for you. All right, that play is done, predicated on that Z route. My next favorite play right here, this PA counter go against man coverage. What I do is streak the tight end. I put the option route on the running back, which is the L2. So I audible up, put the L2 on the running back. It beats man coverage nicely. Robinson, I'll slant. Now, with Hill, you can either just leave him as a streak, or you can just smoke route him. It depends on what you think. Like, if it's man, you can do either one. Clear him out, smoke route him, whatever. Keep him. So it doesn't matter, because it's against man. So do what you want there. But let's just leave it as. Anyways, motion across like this. And snap. All right, so tight ends covered. Crosser and triangle were both open. And that crosser generally gets to a nice deep part where they haven't set their purples deep enough. If they do start setting their purples deep, you do not want to go to that exact route. You can manipulate it. You can go to something shorter. You can do double slants then. If they set their purples back like 30 yards, just do double drags, and then you can rack the ball up the field forever. So that's something. Double drags in this game against man coverage is key. Motion slants are freaking great. So that was that play. PA counter go. Verticals is horrible against man coverage. The only one that beats man coverage is that Kelsey route. Generally, if they're in zone, I love this play, right? You hit the seam against cover 3. You can hit it with a fast guy later against cover 2 over the top for a touchdown. Robinson's okay. I would rather have Hardman there. But this is great against zone coverage. This is my number one play against zone coverage, which I'll show you in a second. But those are my favorite 2 plays against man. PA counter go. PA shot wheel out of this set. Run it. I'll show you another play here in a second. Let's go to other man-beating routes and concepts in this. And of course, it'll be all laid out in the ebook if you sub on Twitch, which is free with Twitch Prime. But other plays I like against man. This RPO zone bubble alert is fucking glitched against man. Halfback angle, because the halfback angle route is really nice against man. Halfback screen, his slip screen is great against man. But that's kind of my offense against man. So I guess I can show some of that. Like, I'll show you how glitched RPO zone alert bubble is. All right, so let's play dime. Let's do a cover 2 press. So that way, like these. See how watch the guy over Mecole Hardman, right? Watch him. If this was real life, he would actually go towards him and play him. But watch Madden. See how he freezes there? So you can just get around there, and it's absolutely broken even against man. Great man beating route, and something that you should keep in your back pocket. For like, just absolutely glitched out shit. So that one's a nice one. Let's go to trips tight end. I want to show up a couple other ones. You can go to like PA slot corner. Let me just switch my audibles around so we can show that one. But the other one I want to show out of this set too, slip screen. I guess I can show slip screen against man coverage. And then the other one I run in this set, which I can run other ones, is the halfback angle, right? Halfback angle. All right, dime, cover 1, a robber. All right, so right here, a few ways of doing it. If you think they're not putting purples out there, you go corner out with your tight end apprentice. Otherwise, you can leave them in ins beat man pretty decently. Just watch out for the users. Otherwise, I generally like to streak him, streak Mecole, and if they're in zone, then I'll hit one of those. Otherwise, and then I'll have another apprentice. I don't have a tight end apprentice, but like Robinson right there is pretty solid if you put him on a post pattern, if you have Dan Marino or a apprentice, and then I drag him. So like it's kind of like this. And then if it's man coverage, you throw the running back. Oh, Jesus, that was terrible. Put somebody like Barry, put somebody like Warwick Dunn on that route, and they can actually beat it. It doesn't look like, does Clyde Edwards-Helaire have like terrible route running? He should get ahead of there, otherwise, whoops, I got hit. But like that one generally beats man coverage. Also, if you have a tight end apprentice, the best thing, like throwing this trail route from the tight end apprentice, this is just glitchy, right? So like swing the running back. All right, tight end apprentice. Yeah, beautiful. 10 yards. Okay. The user generally doesn't play that tight end trail route, so that one's great against man coverage too. So this is basically right now all beating man coverage type of stuff. And then we have halfback slip screen against man coverage is actually pretty powerful too. Block them, and then I got like, 15 yards right there. More if I just make a move. If I can successfully make a jertle or something. What else did I like against it? Oh, yeah, this play right here. This play's okay. So I'll streak him, option route to the running back. You could throw, like, what you could do is either motion across Mecole, or, I guess, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you can do, like, this. These routes are okay against man, and so you just got to time them up. You got to throw them right. You got to have good route running here, too. So if you throw that, and then like the user has to be there to stop that in man. Otherwise, let's play it again. Show the other side. Streak to clear them out just in case they're in zone. Because this also beats zone really nicely. So like right here, Mecole. Oh, well, it's tough because I guess if you don't throw it there. But do you see how he beat his actual man? That was the part I want to show you. Right? Because they're going to be in purples. So you're going to throw away from the user. Right? So the user's either going to be, if the user's right here, don't throw it to this guy. You can throw it to this guy. The user's down here. over here, you throw it to this guy. Okay? So I just wanted to show the two things, but yeah, the hole got me right there when I threw it at him. But you see how he's ahead of his player? You want to low throw it a lot of times. You can either low throw it L2 is how I do it, but I've noticed you can also just hit down on the left thumbstick, and that also low throws it. So those are all ways of beating man coverage, which is the meta right now. So you can see me on Twitch just carving up man coverage out of this stuff because it's so good. All you have to do is read the defense. Better than I did. All right, so what's this like? Oh, all right. Well, whatever they switch to zone. All right, let's show you the plays that I go to against zone, and you could test. But like my main play, obviously the crossing routes and drag route, depending on the zone depth, you can throw. PA counter go also works against zone. Halfback slip screen, but I go verticals is still on there. You can throw a lot of those same concepts that beat with clear outs. Halfback angle beats zone. Let's do pass by post since I haven't shown you that. But like a lot of this stuff still works because it gets good spacing. A clear out route with guys underneath it also really works well. But let's go to like what zone do we have trouble with? A lot of people run into cover 3. I think cover 3 sky. Let's try this. Now cover 3 sky is something you want to look at. Okay. If they're running purples, they're going to get a jam on your middle receiver, right? And if they get a jam on your middle receiver, you're not going to get a great seam shot, and they can play that. But if they jam your middle receiver, hill on an out route is there. And that's 10 yards, right? So you basically, with this setup, you're watching if they jam your middle receiver or if they play cloud flats and go to hill. So let's watch this. We knew that was going to happen, so we throw the out routes. Oof, that was a really good play by Gilmore. Also, it's a far throw, so it's a little bit better reaction, but that's what it is. But anyways, this is cover 3, so when you see that, you're like, Robinson up the seam. Let's watch it. Pass lead up. Ease clap. And if that's somebody faster like Hill, you rack that for a touchdown. So that's not bad either. Otherwise, on the left side of the field, the wheel route to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And generally, the best thing to say, it's like that's, okay, if you catch that, in that look, I should have gone to the tight end, right? So like if I go back to that, I'll actually make the right read here. And yeah. See that? I could all rack that up for another 5 yards or so if I don't get tackled. So that way you read that character over there, so you hit that side of the field. Whoops. Always inside zone if they're giving you it, though. Inside zone a lot. You want to mix in the inside zone. I run it like maybe 20, 30%, but I should really mix it up to 40. But, yeah, so this one destroys zone coverage. Miko will generally be guarded by a user. So that one's not a great throw because the user generally will stay with that, and then or maybe sometimes shift to the seam. But a lot of people will play the Miko. I almost never throw the Miko route against zone coverage because the user is going to be standing right there waiting for it. So I always look seam, backside. Seam, okay, whatever. Backside, Kelsey. All right, I threw that upfield. He was open. And if it goes zone drops deeper, then you throw your wheel route to your running back. You can also just, put running back in a swing route, too. Swing routes work, but I prefer wheel routes because last year wheel routes were so good. This year, you can do swing routes. I just got to make a mess. I could have, Jurtle or something, but Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not a good running back. But, yeah, get the running back out there fast. That's a good job. Zone. Oh, I also like... Oh, where'd he go? Oh, no. This play against zone is great. So I'll in-route Kelsey. Generally, I'll streak Hardiman and put Robinson on a... Wait, no, that's not this play. Sorry. I mixed my plays up. In route, Kelsey. Robinson, if you have the high route quarterback or you have a wide receiver apprentice there, I'll put him on a post. Similar look to last one. Otherwise, I think he's fine on an in or a drag. But I maybe even go slant here. And then in route Hill. You can even go in route to the sticks for Hill. But basically, your read here is Miko Hardiman to the backside. So if the user plays Miko, you got to look off. But generally, this is a pretty good one against zone. Right there in that soft spot. If they use that, if they use it where 46 was, then obviously you go somewhere else. But that's generally the spot. If you throw Kelsey's route itself is okay. But yeah, it's not glitchy against zone. So that's why I like to motion over Miko. I like to put him on a drag because generally that brings down the it didn't right there that well, but yeah, see right there. Generally it brings down the linebackers to try and stop that in route. And if they float back on that, right? If they float back on the Kelsey route, just hit them. Take your 5 yards, right? There's nothing wrong with 5 yards. 5 yards, because then they start to play closer, and then you can kind of hit them over the top. But if you do nothing but hit them over the top, they are not going to respect your low stuff, and they'll start playing over top and start throwing interceptions. So you need to like 50-50 in and over the top, maybe even like 60-40 short stuff to deep stuff, depending on where the opponent's playing. So that's kind of my trips tight end scheme. Definitely, I think, one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful set in the game. Right up there with Gun Bunch. Then we're going to go with Y off trips Pat. This one, I like to have PA fork in my audibles. Halfback power is okay. I like to have tight end deep out. If anybody plays a cover 2 against you, that's the glitchy one. And those kind of my audibles if I ever said it. But otherwise, Pat's Y out is solid too. Let's add that to our audibles. But PA fork. Why is PA fork good? And this is another one that you need those 90 deep route runners for. I got 2 of them. I got 2 90 deep route runners. And you'll see. So Robinson. So you want to play to the sticks, both Robinson and Watkins route. So Y, their receiver button, and R1. Triangle, their receiver icon, R1. So you smart route on both to get them done quicker. The other 2 are basically check down routes. So I'll probably go like drag, corner, or Z route against man coverage if I think it is. Now, Robinson isn't going to beat his man, but if he had higher route running, over 90 deep route running, he would. Robinson, yeah, actually Robinson did beat his man. All right, never mind, I lied. So Robinson will win against that. See how that's a double move? That beats man coverage. And then we have the Z route. Oh, it's Watkins. I really wish that was Hill. Hill will win this. It's the same Z route as trips tight end, so I don't feel like I have to show it again. You guys saw it once. All right, next one. Man coverage. Hill, Z route. And then watch Robinson. And Watkins probably won't be one. Well, no, Watkins' route over there is not a man-beating post. So don't even look at that. But Robinson's is. So Robinson's will beat it. That won't. Right? That one's fine for like if you want to run this. This Pat's Y out. You can't beat Watkins right there. All right? Tight end deep out. So if this was cover 2, which I should show you. This tight end route is great. That play was great against it. Otherwise, they have other like post routes that beat man coverage. But I want to show you. Wait, what? There it is. I want to show you this tight end deep out. If you go against somebody who's playing cover 2 against you, let's just do Tampa 2. Street Kelsey. Hill can either drag. Maybe I'll do a zig route right there. So you do have Robinson's route still coming over the top. Most likely will be usered, so most likely will not be open, but you never know, crazy things happen. But basically, Watkins is the route to watch. And watch how it gets on the sidelines. See how he got bumped inside? But there you go. You just do a little catch. Sometimes you can swear that and get outside, but this is actually a really good job because they bumped him inside. A lot of times they won't bump you inside. They'll just let you go. But otherwise, this tight end seam, highly underrated too. So that's where you want to take advantage against cover 2. Of course, you can always throw the Robinson route if it gets open. There you go. If the user plays with the tight end. So, but you have to make the right read. And that's the hardest part about this offense. It's not like just one read and done. But there's so many different reads. It feels so good dotting dudes up in this. Let me show you. What other play do I like in here against man and zone? There's a ton of good ones. It's almost can't get this Pat's Y cross is okay. Y option real. It's that post pattern still from the left side. Wheel mesh ain't bad. Basically it's a couple drags and an in route though. It's nothing super special. Scat. I don't mind scat. It's not really something I use though, so I'm not gonna show it off. But I feel like if it gave to a zone meta, because that special route from the red receiver on scat, I feel like it would get open against zone, but I really haven't seen a lot of zone really at it. Pat's Y curl is beautiful. If I go against somebody in like cover 3, I run Pat's Y curl. So let's go third cover 3 sky. What I like is the Robinson route over there. And then if they're in cover 3, I'll go like this. Like this. So now I have a check down to Hill. I have Watkins on the in. But basically my first look is Robinson. So Robinson. See, Robinson ended up being like pretty well covered right there. He's still got the catching, but that out route against cover 3 is really nice. But let's just say that's covered, all right? So we'll say we're like, we don't like Robinson's route. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I could dump it off right there. Otherwise, I have the in route to Tyreek Hill. Hitches and curls are your friend. Hitches and curls against man coverage thrown low is also really good this year. Something I didn't mention, but something you should know. Always, 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 when in doubt, hitch, curl, low throw them. Okay? Sometimes they'll get some bullshit against you, but always a good idea. So I can throw it to the seam here against the tight end. Right there against cover 3, you can kind of fit that in as long as you have that high throw power. Sometimes I just like to streak them, actually. Streak's okay. You can run that. So I'm audibling this stuff. You see that? Okay, I got hit. But you see the in was kind of covered, but sometimes that's open. But otherwise, watch the stock route against cover 3. Do you see how I threw the wrong pass, but like to the flats was wide open. So that's why this flat curl also works against cover 3 over there. Because they're like, oh, well, let me just throw it right there to Tyreek. You'll have to take a look at where that DB is guarding. But it's basically an easy read. Curl, flat. All right, what we got? All right, flat looks open. Let's throw, okay. Try and pass lead that maybe up a little bit or throw it a little earlier. But it's not something I really run a lot. Against cover 3, I'm basically looking backside out route. I mean, it's there, but I prefer the backside than to the first setup ahead. All right, so there's other things you do in Y-off, trips, pats, but that's kind of my main ones. They got some other good stuff, but I'm not going to take up too much of your time today in this video. Trips, tight end, and then the other one, split close pats. So split close pats is got a really good, I'm going to go halfback, wheel, and PAY shot. So PAY shot, very similar setup to our other video, our trips tight end set. But basically, streak your tight end. Streak your tight end. This one I found from, I want to give him credit, shit, I'll remember it when I saw it. But anyways, you motion him out. Civil. It was from Civil. You motion him out. So this is against man coverage. So you have like you have 3 man beating routes. The running back, if he has good enough route running, backfield mismatch or something, Watkins and Hill. All right? Same setup as a trips tight end thing. So Watkins is open, Hill's open, and my running back was open. 3 players that needed to be usered to get open to stop man coverage. So you have the crosser, the slant, and the running back under route. Same setup, streak, slant, running back on an option, block that running back. And that running back, shit, that can go on an option too, right? It doesn't need to do anything, but I like an extra blocker just in case, because we have three routes that get open against man. So there we go. Motion back in. Running back route, right there. Washington up the sidelines. There you go. Faster the better. That one's on split close, and then you can always run halfback wheel too. I think route technician helps this Tyreek Hill route beat man. Not great against this as a deep third right there. Obviously, I'm talking purples. You don't throw it right at the deep. You don't throw it right at the deep third on a post pattern. What you can do, if you're really feeling frisky, is throw it past once he's past that. But there are better things to do in the deep third. If they have that deep third there, they're not covering the sidelines that well, and you just that one's not that good. That one's okay, but yeah, if they're covering it, it is what it is. You can do the same motion out, motion back in thing that we did for the last one. But yeah, that post pattern to Tyreek sometimes isn't covered because they're waiting on the crosser, and that sometimes beats it. But you really need ability route technician for that. So that one's okay. Yeah, wide receiver corners. This is man coverage. Watch this. Tyreek Hill on break. Okay. Pretty good. One step ahead or purple routes, I might struggle. Same thing here. Other side. This is against Gilmore. See, even against one step... we didn't receive it, though. One step ahead is kind of going to be a pain for some of these quick breaking routes. So you probably generally get away from them. You can always run the ball, too, right? I don't talk about runs in these things because I just think they're brain dead, but running the ball ain't bad. I think you want to kick that one outside, personally. But running the ball is never a bad idea, except if it's like 3rd and 23. All right, then a slot offset. The good plays here are levels Y sail, slip screen. Obviously, slip screens are good this year. Run those. 0-1 trap is good. Post is great. PA bubble is good. Post shot is pretty solid, but I don't like running it. I'll show you posts. Kind of like posts, but we'll I'm gonna show it against man or zone. Man mostly, right? So if you're still having trouble with man out of those formations, I like to have my receivers to the wide side, so that's why I like them there. But basically, man coverage. You got a whole bunch of man beating routes here. Running back's a solid. Oh wait, all right. Well, he got me there. But you see what I'm saying? Snap it again. All right, Watkins. What do you got, Watkins? Oof, that wasn't good. That's strangely bad, huh? I didn't realize it'd be that bad. Maybe against press man, it's a little bit better. All right, Kelsey, what do you got? All right, maybe I don't love this. Maybe I don't love this one against man. This is more of a zone beating one. Now that I'm watching it in practice mode versus the game, this is always like my fifth formation that I go to. But yeah, this one I feel like might be more of a zone beating formation. This one could roast it. But this one right here against man, here you go. What's great against man here? Corner out, low throw ins. In routes are solid against man coverage, so always something to look out for. Whoops. But I like level sail. Otherwise, you can just do... Oof. Maybe you should go on a drag on him. Yeah, that's why I'm not huge on this one. I do like it for the inside zone and the 0-1 trap, though. These are really solid runs, especially if somebody's coming out in dollar. I like the way it blocks dollar. Okay, inside zone right there. They can potentially shoot it, which is why you want to go to 0-1 trap against it, but I think I'm better in the other two formations, the other few formations beating man covers in that one. That's what I want to show you in shotgun. You know what? I don't want to overload you guys. I think I might be done. The only thing is like single back, there's some solid. Try and use, there's only one counter in this formation, and it's powerful, right? Let's go like cover 4 drive shot 2. Like it's powerful, but man, it's tough. Ooh, I tripped. All right, well, it's not that powerful. Tripped. I don't run the ball. Okay, I'm a passer. I'm a passer at heart. Sometimes, like last year, it wasn't great. All right, that was terrible. What happened there? Why is this all of a sudden not working? I'm gonna just dive at it, dude. Are the Pats offensive lineman ass? But yeah, that counter generally is pretty good. That's kind of weird. But anyways, trips tight end. The first two formations. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Thanks for watching Call to Action. Subscribe to Twitch for the written portion of it, for the reads and the breakdowns and everything. But hope that helped. See ya tomorrow.